Well, it's time for another Match the Masters. If you're wondering why the videos are being labeled with numbers, and the first one I did was number 2, it's because I'm picking sort of at random, semi-random out of the list. Actually, let me show you the list. If I close this off. So the first one I did wasn't the first one, it was the second one. It was Kadanoff versus Blatny. And this time I'm going to do Polgar versus Morozovic. And that is number 4 after the introduction. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here we go. Introduction. This round is round 4 of the Widget on Z 2000 tournament, a category 16 event, which means it's very strong. The world champion Garry Kasparov is present. He evenly won the tournament, as well as the challenger Vishy Anand was also present in his future challenger, and his future challenger Kramnik. Anyway, so your partner for the game 4 is the young Russian Grandmaster Alexander Morozovic. Your opponent is none other than Judith Polgar, the top woman player of all time. Judith has white, and you have black playing alongside Alexander. All right, and I'm trying to read the whole thing without reading the whole thing quickly. Your main task is to get out of the opening alive and in one piece. Judith is like a killer shark, one of the most vicious attacking players on the planet today. So you'll have to play the opening soundly and yet somehow manage to muddy the strategic waters so Judith can't find her attacking foothold. Fortunately, Morozovic is good at that sort of thing. To see how he does it and how he wins a special prize for a beautiful play, just follow along the game. The opening is the burn variation of the French defense. So here we go. Oh, it's one heck of a long opening there. Okay, so we got a large selection here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different moves to choose from. So select black's 12th move. Okay, so I'm going to look at this because that was obviously moving too fast for me to follow. So let's take a look at some candidate moves. I just want to see. I don't think I can, but I'm going to try and see if I can make... No, I can't. Make arrows. On the other program, I can make arrows. Well, go ahead and think about this for a minute. I'm going to go grab a vapor machine. Okay, let me see. I'm trying not to look at the list, and I'm going to try to see what I would do. Okay, one candidate move is possibly taking the knight, but I don't really like that move. What would I do? What would I want to do in this position? I can go F5. Let's see if that's on the list. Is F5 on the list? Yes, it is. Okay. What is she threatening to do? She could be threatening D5. No, she wouldn't be threatening D5. No, that's not a valuable. That's not a viable. No. Okay, I don't know what else I would do. So let's take a look at the list. and we already determined f5 was on the list. a5. Would I want to move a5? If I do, why? No. It'd be a free pawn for her. That one's off the list. So let's go ahead and just select the next one, b4. Is that a viable move? Yes. What does it do? I don't know. It's protected by the bishop. That's a possible move. Okay, knight b6. Maybe. Maybe. Rook c8. Rook c8 is a decent move. The pawn, the a6 pawn is being protected by the bishop, but nothing is protecting the bishop itself. The rook c8 would bring the rook closer to the center, which is something you kind of want to do. Allowing the pawn to be advanced, opening up the queen diagonal. Okay, so rook c8 is a possibility. Do I like it better than b4? Yes, I think I like it better than b4. So we'll highlight the rook c8. c6. It just blocks in the bishop. Why would I want to do that? I don't like c6. c5. No, it self-pins your queen to your knight. No, you don't want to do that. Bishop d5. Maybe. Attacking the pawn, the a2 pawn. I like that move. Okay, so bishop d5, rook c8, e5. Again. No, what was the other one that said the same thing about? Yeah, same thing as the c pawn. Don't want to do that. Bishop takes e4. I don't know that I want to trade. But it's a more viable move than the other ones. I already mentioned f5, right? Do I still like f5? You know, I still like f5 better. Because f5 opens up the bishop diagonal and it attacks her knight. I'm gonna king h8. The king is on an open file, which is kind of dangerous. But I'm still liking f5. I'm going to do f5. Okay, ready? Oh, that was wrong. The answer was bishop d5. I did like that one. I should have chosen that one. Okay. As long as we don't make any bad moves, or make any bad selections, we won't lose a lot of points. If we select really bad moves, we actually lose points. We still get some points for, I explained this in the first video on Match to Masters, but I'll say it again. You get some points for any good, halfway decent choice. Remember, you're matching the master. It doesn't necessarily mean the master made the most, the best move, but you're trying to play like this person. So, but as long as you don't make a stupid move or choose a stupid category, multiple choice, you won't lose any points. If you do choose a stupid one, you will lose points instead of gaining. So anyway, here's the 13th move. a5. Okay, but let me go through it again. So the last move was bishop d, and what did they do? Shit, I forgot what they did. I was talking so much I didn't see what they did. I think she moved. I think Polgar moved her rook. Yeah, I can't go back on this, so that's the back button is faded out. All right, so I'll pay more attention to what the move is next time. All right, so what would I do now? take the pawn, the a2 pawn. Which is bishop a2. Yeah, bishop takes a2 is the second one on the list. a5 is the first one on the list. Again, I still don't like a5. a5 I think is a nonsense move. So bishop takes a2 is a viable move. Rook b8. No, I don't like that one. Rook b6. What? Oh, knight b6. What am I saying? Sorry. Eyesight again. I get these floaters. Knight b6. That's a viable move. Puts the knight with the backup of the pawn, protecting it. Protects the bishop. And moves it out of the way of the queen. For later development. Okay, so bishop takes a2, knight b6. How about c6? c6 is another one. I like that one. Double protecting the bishop. Okay. Bishop c4. Attacking the queen. That would be cool. But is it viable? Does it really make a real threat? Yeah, I think it does. But then, you know, she could get out of it easily. Okay, c5. No, still no on c5. c6 would be better. c5 is a no-no. Bishop b4. I think I just... Oh yeah, bishop b4 is another attack. Instead of the queen, it's the rook. But then she just moves her c-pawn up, and you'd have to move it back. I think that's a waste of time. c5. Did I mention that one already? Not sure. And then it's got the pawn and the knight. I don't like it so much. Bishop b4. Did I mention that one already? Yeah, I just mentioned that one. Okay. Alright, so we're still at bishop c4. Attacking the queen is so far my choice. Bishop takes e4. Is that knight so much of a threat that you want to get rid of it and trade it for your bishop? Not sure. Okay. Bishop d6. Why? Well, I mean, you're asking Judith Polgar to take your bishop and you're going to take her knight. Don't know if I want to do that. Why would I want to do that? Alright. f5 is still on the board. f5 threatens that knight, that same knight, chasing it away. I like f5. So bishop c4 and f5 are two choices so far. King h8. Again, putting the king to be supposedly a safer spot. So what is she threatening? Do we have to move the king right away? Can we make that queen threat first? Yeah, we do want to see. Now, I don't know if you can see my. I wish I could make arrows. Um, when white moves their knight out of the way, the queen can come here and check. So you might want to move that king. But if we chase the queen away first, she'll have to go at least here. And then she has less of a chance of actually attacking because of these pawns here. I'm gonna go ahead and say, because f5 is also a good move. You're chasing the knight, but where are you gonna go with the knight? Is she gonna find a even better place for it? I'm not sure. She can maneuver it to here and then attack your knight. Your bishop. I'm gonna say attacking the queen with bishop c4 is the best one. Here we go. No, the second choice would have been better. The king h8. So, okay, so I'm not the master. Alright, so king h8 was the next one. Now she moves that knight anyway. I don't think we should take a2, because then it's going to open up her rook to come in. I'm going to look for bishop c5. And believe it or not, it is not here. So the attack on the queen... Oh, no, it can't be there because that's why the knight is there. In fact, she moved her knight there so that you can't go bishop c5. Or so that you're reluctant to. Okay, so bishop takes a2. Still on the board, a5. I still don't like b4. I still don't like b4. Bishop b4. Bishop b4 is still a viable move, but then all she has to do is move that pawn up. I still don't like it. Rook b8. Maybe if I want to advance that pawn. But then if I move rook b8, I'd be taking the protection away from this pawn, so I don't really like it. I'm going to say no to that. Knight b6. Knight b6 is a viable move. I'm going to leave that one highlighted. Queen b8. Another viable move. Not sure exactly what it does, except that it's going towards a semi-open file, I guess. c6. Protecting the bishop. Opening up the queen diagonal. I like that one. c5. No. Well, maybe. I like c6 better. No, c5 would be ridiculous, because then the knight can just take, well, there'd be a trade-off. Alright, I like c6 better. e5. Why? Do I want to do that? Maybe. Maybe I want to double the pawn. What would that accomplish? No, it would take the protection from the bishop away. No, I don't like it. Rook e8. Just to x-ray the queen. I don't know, maybe f5. f5 is still on the board. I still like f5. I think it's about time we did that one, actually. I think that's the most viable move. We'll go with f5. Just check out rook g8 first. Rook g8, actually, before I click on f5, rooks belong on open files. Rook g8 I also like. So if we chase the knight away with f5 instead, where's the knight going? it could find its way in there somehow. I think I changed my mind. I'm gonna go rook g8. Watch it be f5. Here we go. Ah, damn! It was c6. One of my other good choices. See, but at least I'm picking choices that sound reasonable. I'm still not getting the exact one that matched the Masters move, but c6 was a good move. I should have stuck with that one. Okay. Okay, now I saw the move that she made. So she moved to pawn c4. Okay, so does b take c4? Does the bishop take c4? Or does b take does bishop take e4? That is, does bishop take the knight? Does the bishop take the pawn? Or does the pawn take the pawn? Or does the bishop take the knight? Well, only three choices. Taking it with the pawn opens up a file, doubles your pawns. Taking it with the bishop threatens the queen. She can take back with the knight, and then you can double your pawns and take back. Taking the knight, on the other hand, simply trades a knight for a bishop. And then she infiltrates. Then she's getting her way in here somehow. I like this idea better. I'm going to go bishop takes c4. Oh, God, damn. It was b takes c4. It was the one I didn't really like. Jeez, I hope I don't get a screwy score on this one. Okay. There's another long list. Now, I got a choice of two knights to take. But, yeah, two knights. Bishops take c4, bishop takes e4. Okay, first move a5. No. That would be, I'm pretty sure I would lose points on that one. Next one is b8. That's a possibility, but I think one of these knights need to be taken. Knight b6. Why would I do that? There is... Well, it would be another trade of knights. Queen c7. And not take any knight? You want to keep the double... You want to keep your bishop pair. It's possible that the Grandmaster, what's his name, doesn't... Mirosevic doesn't want to lose the bishop pair. He doesn't want to trade. What about c5 again? No. Why would I do c5? No, that would be stupid. No, maybe not. Well, if I move c5, I've got the bishop and the knight. So if she takes with the pawn, you take with the bishop, knight, or bishop, either one. Okay, next one. Bishop takes e4. We talked about that. e5. I maybe only to weakening the protection on your bishop, but you're... Yeah, I'd rather not open up her rook. I'd rather keep that rook right where it is. f5. There's that good old f5 again. But why would I want to chase it now? Oh, because I want to take it with something other than a bishop, maybe. Okay, rook e8. I don't think so. I mean, it may... Rook g8. I still like rook g8. Okay, now before I select like I did before and make a mistake, let's go over the ones that I thought were viable. Do we want to take one of the knights immediately? If we don't, what happens? Do we want to make an additional threat by going... What was that queen move? Queen c7. Does that make an additional threat? What was the other one that I liked? I didn't like knight b6. Did I like rook b8? I liked rook b8. So it's rook b8 or rook g8? Or take one of the knights and trade. This is rough. Rough, rough, rough. Was there a knight b6? Yes, there is. Dagnabbit, I can't think. Okay, I'm going to go rook g8 because right now her queen can come to g4 and I don't want her to. And I'm not going to take the knights yet. Oh my goodness gracious. A5? I don't know who this guy is, but I don't like his style. A5? Really? Okay, very soon it's going to be taking the knight or a rook g8. Now I don't want to move rook b8 now because I'll be taking the protection away from, well, one of the protectors against the pawn. I got the queen and the rook on it right now. So knight b6 again. Rook g8 again. Bishop takes g2. Bishop takes g2. Oh yeah, look at that. The bishop opened up. Still like rook g8. Yeah, see, I wouldn't be taking the bishop, I mean the knight with the bishop now, because then her bishop will come and take this pawn after she retakes the bishop. So taking the bishop might be a good idea right now. I'm going to look at that one thoroughly, but I'm going to make sure there's no other... So far I'm batting 1,000 with the wrong answers, but I'm pretty sure I'm not getting bad answers. I'm pretty sure I'm giving halfway decent ones. Your comments below would be helpful. Let me know if you think I'm being dumb or something. I wonder if bishop b4 is up there. Yes, it is. That might be a move for later. Well, I'm going to go with bishop takes g2. Son of a beech nut sugarless gum. Rook e8. I do not understand this Grandmaster's style. Rook e8. I would have never guessed that one to be the actual move. Bishop takes g2 is still on the board. a4. Well, considering I was wrong before, Rook b8. Rook g8 is still on the board. f5 is still on the board, but why? To open up the bishop, possibly. Okay. Knight f8. Bringing the knight around. Repositioning the knight. That's a possibility. Bishop d6. Maybe. Geez, half these, 3/4 of these moves are good. Bishop b4. Did I mention that already? Yes, I still like bishop b4. Skewering the knight and the rook. But it's not a particularly powerful skewer. I mean, you know, if the rook moves, then only the knight's left, and you could trade. But still, it's a thought. Trying to think like this guy though. Cheese and rice. It's a long list here. Knight b6. Did I say that already? Excuse me. You know, knight e. Where is it? Knight f8 rather. Knight f8 is something that I rarely do, but I've seen masters do a lot. You know, in a position where it's tight and they're trying to reposition their knights. I'm going to keep thinking about that one. Bishop b4 is more of a, what I would, you know, an amateur move like me. What the heck? Let's try it. I got all of them wrong. Let's see how many. Well, it's 8 of 38, so I got quite a few. I got all of them wrong so far. 7 of them wrong so far, but there's like 30 more to go. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna get one right sooner or later. I'm gonna go knight f8 and see what happens. Son of a beach. f5? Really? Why? Oh, that's right. I did say why. I said because it opens up the diagonal. Okay. Bishop takes g2. Yeah, you know, that is a dangerous bishop back there. g2 is a dangerous bishop. Taking it now might be the right thing to do. Because Judith Polgar has a knight on it now. And that could potentially completely obliterate the pawn structure if it's not already becoming obliterated. So I'm going to put that on the top of the list, even though it's on the bottom of this list. All right, so let's go up then. Since we're starting from the bottom, let's go up. Rook g8 is still on the board. I still like that move. But I think this pending capture of this bishop might be a dangerous thing. f4 is a possibility, but I think it's too soon. Again, I'm not the master, and so far I've been wrong. Knight f8 is still on the board. I still like it. Bishop f6. Maybe. It's another viable move. Open up the rook, protect the pawn. Knight f6. Didn't we just move it off of there? Knight b6. No. I don't think so. Okay, I'm going to go with bishop takes the g2. Oh, son of a gun. Queen b8. Oh, I didn't even see that one. I didn't look the whole list up. Well, was that 8 so far I got wrong, or 9 so far I got wrong? Actually, no, it's half that, because the answer page counts as a page. It's page 10 now, but that doesn't mean it was 10 questions. It was 5 now. Anyway. Bishop b4 is still on the list. But now it's no longer a skewer, it just attacks the rook. And the rook will be made to move. Queen b4. Nah, maybe. Yeah, actually. Attacking the knights. I like that move now that I think about it, because you're putting a queen here and you're attacking the knight with, you're attacking both knights, and one of them is being attacked twice, so that it's so that you can take the knight and threaten the queen and have reconciliation there. All right, so queen b5. No, maybe b4 b5. I like b4 better. No, wait, what did I say? Well, either one, I'm not sure. Bishop takes c4. No, it's too soon. It's just to be a trade. You're going to try and not trade. That's what the purpose of the queen, I think, is there for. I think the queen is. I think the master has the intention of moving the queen either to b4 or b5 in order to go ahead and next move take the knight. Bishop d6. No. f4. Maybe. Knight f6. It blocks. No, I think we just moved that knight out of the way, didn't we? No, it'll block in the bishop. I don't like it. Bishop bf6. Bishop f6. Oh yeah, bishop f6. Maybe. Attacking the pawn. Rook g8 is still on the board. Another maybe. Bishop f8. No, we don't want to take that bishop off that diagonal. At least I don't. Knight f8. Yeah, that one's still on the board. Bishop g5. Bishop g5. Bishop g5. Bishop g5. Maybe. Bishop takes g2. Well, I do like the queen moves. I'm not sure which one is better. Either b4 or b5. But I'm still thinking that this bishop is a dangerous thing. So if I move, if the intention is to move the queen here and then take the knight, threatening her queen, it's a good thing. But if obviously she'll see that, and she might be prompted to trade bishops right away. So what if I take it now? Geez, this is a tough choice. I'm making this video kind of long. If this was a live hangout, I ask you guys what your opinion would be. I think it brings more danger to her king by going ahead and trading the bishop. See, our bishop is not a bad bishop, but it's not great either. Whereas her bishop is... Yeah, okay. I'm going to do it. Watch it be wrong again. Where is it? Bishop takes g2. Ah, am I going to get any right? It's queen b4. Damn. I should have chosen that one. I should have just said do it. Now you can't take the bishop. You can't take the knight. Now the whole thing changes. Now rook a b8. Sounds like a reasonable thing to do after moving the queen up there. Rook a d8. Bishop d8. Bishop takes c4. Rook g8 is still on the board. Bishop f6. I like bishop f6 because it attacks this pawn. Rook e d8. There be a viable reason for that? Rook a d8. I think rook a d8. If it's going to be a rook move at all. But then there's also rook a b8 somewhere. Boy, this is a tough one. Jeez, I hope this video isn't too long. All right, let me look at this board and see what I would want to do. Let me get my eyes off of the list. Another thing that moving the bishop to f6 is it opens the rook to protect that pawn again. The pawn has protection by the white square bishop and the pawn on f7. Moving the bishop would allow the rook to also protect it against that rook and queen that's up there. I'm starting to like that move a little better. And that was bishop f6. That was this one. Where is it? It's on here somewhere. There it is. Alright, so I'm going to keep that one in mind. But it also takes the protection of the queen away. Alright. What was something else I wanted to do? Would I take that knight and just trade it off with the bishop? I like having the bishop pair. She does not have the bishop pair. Having the bishop pair is a viable advantage. Losing the bishop pair, taking the knight, unless the knights are really that powerful. And by the way, I also see that moving the knight might not be a good idea, even though the queen is there to protect that b6 square. You don't want her to possibly fork your bishop and your rook with either one of her knights. So any knight move might be inadvisable. At least I'm thinking that anyway. Again, so far I haven't guessed every move this master makes. Well, I like the bishop f6 But I'm still nervous about her bishop by her king there. I'm still thinking about taking it. But also, that could be why, so that you don't stretch the pawn structure, it could be why they had knight f6 up there somewhere. Yeah, there might be a good reason for knight f6, even though it takes the protection off of b6. It might stop her from taking your bishop. At least if she does, you could take it with a knight instead of a pawn screwing up a pawn structure. Although this pawn is isolated anyway. Jeez, this is a tough one. I never got so many wrong in the beginning. What else would I want to do? Would I want to move those rooks? Well, I'm an amateur, so I have a habit of leaving my rooks in a corner sometimes, but they tell you to play your rooks into the center. The queen is protecting the a5 pawn. I'm liking this bishop f6 move more and more. Ah! Finally, got one right. Yes. Yes. Okay. And now she moves her queen. Okay, I'm going to leave the list alone. I'm going to look at the board. I'm going to see what I would want to do. Then after I can't figure out anything else, I'll look at the list and see if any of my ideas... Well, I'll do one at a time because it's a long list, so... Alright, what would I want to do? Well, I think rook g8 is still on the list, so... yes, it is. So that's still a candidate move. But what about anything else? What else would I want to do? Excuse me. Would I want to move my c pawn? Not really. No, I wouldn't. That's not on there anyway. h5 is on there though. Is there a reason to move to h5? Push that pawn? Past pawns are made to be pushed? Or meant to be pushed? Yeah, h5 is a viable move. Okay, let me see what else I want to do. What do I want to do? Do I want to bring my rook on d? I don't see any better move. To me, I think it's time to take that bishop. I cannot stand that bishop sitting there. His bishop takes g2 is still up there. It's on the second on the bottom here. I don't see anything else. I don't like moving my rook away from that pawn. Okay, I'm going to go with that. That's what I think. I think I should finally take that bishop. Nope. It was rook g8. The old standby rook g8 from the beginning of the whole puzzle. Son of a beech nut sugarless gum. Alright. Okay, now, she moved her queen back to c1. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry. What do I want to do? I still want to take that damn bishop. And it's up there. It's the third one on the list. Bishop takes g2. There's also bishop takes c4, which I have mixed feelings about. So if I take the knight with the bishop, bishop takes c4, she could take back with the pawn or the queen. I'm pretty sure she'll take back with the pawn, but not positive. If she takes back with the pawn, it allows me to take her other knight. So she's, being the master that she is, would not do that. She'll probably take back with the queen, asking for a queen exchange. I don't want to get rid of the queens yet. Queen's too important right now. I might want to back up the queen. So I might want to move rook b8, rook a b8, and that is, yes, that's the first one on the list. Rook a b8 is the top of the list, so that's a viable move. I'm determined to take that goddamn bishop. Excuse my French. I'm determined to take that bishop. But I don't know. Taking the knight. Well, to tell you the truth, I want you to look at this. Her c4 knight is very powerful right now. She's about to infiltrate onto d6. Or at least it looks like she can. And that would be very dangerous for us, because she gets in there, and then she's got f7 to take and put you in check. I think all of a sudden, bishop takes the knight, takes c4 is suddenly more viable than it was before. I think I just realized that. I think that knight needs to go. I like it. I'm going to do it. Bishop takes c4. Ah, you got to be kidding me. Rook g4 was the answer. Yeah. Freakadoodle-doo. Alright. She goes there? Why not infiltrate here? She's the master, not me. Alright, I'm not going to look at the list, but I'm seeing, because she's attacking the knight, I'm seeing either I could take the knight, or I could take that pawn with the rook, but I wouldn't do that because then she'll take the knight. So that knight has to be taken. That knight has to be taken. I see no other viable, but I would think I would take it with the knight though. So is that up there? Knight takes e5. Knight takes e5 is the second on the list. Rook d8 is on the first on the list, which would protect the knight from being taken. Alright, bishop takes e5. Yes, that's the one that we were looking at. Rook d8. Maybe. Alright, what's the next one? Knight takes e5. Again, it's another maybe. Which is better, bishop or knight? I want to keep my bishop pair. Knight might be better. Alright, so next one is rook takes d4. I don't like it, because then she'll take the knight and then the bishop. I don't like it. Knight f8. Why? Why move knight f8? Because we were going to do it before? Okay, it's a viable move. Knight f8 is a viable move. Bringing defenders towards the king. No, I don't care. I'm either going to take that bishop or I'm going to take that knight. And it looks to me like the knight has to be taken first. Knight takes e5. Want to keep the bishop pair. At least I think that's what a master would want to do. Watch it be bishop takes e5. I'm going to do knight takes e5. Correct! Yes! Wow, it took me a long time to think about that one. How long is this video so far? Cheese and rice. Alright, here we go. Okay. Now, obviously the bishop has to move. I could see me threatening the queen. I'm not going to look at the list yet. I see how many are on the list. There's like 4 on the list. Threatening the queen might be a good idea. If I threaten the queen, she can go a couple of, let me see, she has a couple of good moves. Alright, so it's threatening the queen up there with bishop g5. Bishop g5 is not there. So that is not even on the list. It's something that I would want to do, but it's not on the list. I'm off the hook. Yes, it's 3 a.m. Of course, taking the bishop is still there. And I've been dying to do this, so that's going to be the #1 thought. But how would I do that and just let her take the bishop? Because then I could threaten the queen afterwards. Okay, alright, bishop g7. Oh wait, bishop g7 is... No, wait. Bishop g7? Oh, bishop g7. Just to get it, back it up, just to get it out of the way. Bishop e7. Bishop d8. They're all good. They're all good. I just don't know which one to do. I want to take that damn bishop. You know what? Bishop takes g2. Incorrect. It's bishop e7. It figures. All right. And she moves rook d3. Bishop takes g2 is still on the list. But this is a long list. Okay, what would I want to do without looking at the whole list? This is a tough puzzle. What are we, less than halfway through? Okay, I would like to take that bishop now, but now that her rook is in the open, I move that bishop out of the way, and it opens up that file, the D file, to a possible back rank, threat. Although I do have protection back there. There's she's getting ready to battery three major pieces there. There are two rooks and a queen. So I would think I need to do something about that. For example, I could offer a trade of rooks, like rook d4, for example. Is that on the list? Rook d4. Well, rook d8 is there. Rook c8 is there. No, rook d4 is not on the list, so I'm off the hook on that one. What else could I possibly do? What about rook e4? Is that up there? Bishop e4 is up there. Yeah, bishop e4 is up there. But why would I open up that thing I just mentioned I don't want to open up? Rook b8. I'm gonna go from the bottom up. h5. Protecting the rook, sure. Bishop takes g2, I already mentioned. f6. f6. f6, move the pawn up, threatening to take the pawn, or she'll take it, and then you can take with the bishop, undoubling the pawns and opening the bishop up to a nice long diagonal. It's a viable move. Rook a g8. Doubling up the rooks. Another viable move. Do I want to do that? f4, I think I mentioned. No, I didn't. f4. f4, attacking the pawn, getting rid of it in front of the king. Which would be congruent to putting the rook on a on g8, doubling up the rooks. The question is, which one first? I think rook first. If that's the plan. Where am I? I was on f4. Going up from the bottom, bishop e4. That we mentioned already, right? I still like bishop e4. But there's only two defenders and, well, there's two attackers. But if you, yeah, it could win material. I'm going to keep looking at that one. But then again, it opens up that d file. I really don't like that. But I'm going to look at it anyway. So that was bishop e4. Rook d8. Well, rook d8 would be a prerequisite to bishop e4. So that's another viable move. c5. No. Maybe. I don't know. No, I don't like it. c5 takes the pawn away from the protection of the bishop, but gives it to the other bishop and the queen, but then it allows it to be attacked by the knight and her queen. Right now it's only being attacked by her queen, and you've got the bishop on it. No, I don't like it. Where was I? That was c5. Rook c8. Yes. Yes. If we're going to move c4, 5, rook c8 would be the prerequisite to that. Rook b8. I like rook c8. Now, which ones did I say I liked so far? I still like the bishop move of e4. But rook c8 is something that you normally do behind the pawn, where she's attacking with the queen. You know what? I think I like that one. But rook d8 is another. Geez, this is the tough puzzle. Is that the weakest spot? That might be the weakest spot. Rook d8 might be the weakest, but wow. Okay. I'm gonna go rook c8 because her queen is menacing over there at c1. Oh, for crying out loud! Rook a g8. That was the original one that I was thinking of. I'm getting so many wrong here. What did I get right so far? 2? How you guys doing out there who are watching the video? I know I'm making this video before you see it, but pretending this is live, I'm going to ask you, how are you making out? Are you getting as many wrong as I am? Okay, let me see. I know there's some good players out there better than me, and I know there's some players out there that are not as good as me, so I'm somewhere in the middle. All right. So she doubled up her rooks. Now might be the time to attack that rook. All right. Would I want to do that? Not with her doubled rooks there. I don't want to open up that d file now. So what else would I want to do before I look at the actual moves on the list? There was what? Wasn't there the f4 possibility? Is that on the list? Was it f4 or 5? Where is it? Yeah, f4. Yeah, that's on the list. It's right in the middle there. Okay. But then that would close off the rook and the queen. What else would I want to do? What about c5? Do I still want to do that, or am I still thinking about doing that? No, because I didn't put the rook behind it. Although you know, c5 does look a little bit better than I thought it did. But here's the problem with c5. She's got 2 rooks on there. She might want to lose the exchange just to get rid of that damn bishop. She's got 2 rooks and a bishop on that. So if I move c5, she could essentially take my bishop with her bishop. I get her bishop, and she'd take a pawn if she wanted to. If I took her bishop first, allowing the rook to aim on the d file, if she tried to plant a rook on d8, I could take it with the bishop, and if she takes back, I can take it with the rook. But she also might just threaten my e7 bishop, and it's totally unprotected. Therefore, I don't like this move. All right, what about queen b8? And the first top of the list is queen b8. What about f6? Is that still on the list? Yeah, f6 is still there. Get rid of that pawn. This is one tough puzzle, man. I don't think I've ever done this one. I've done some of these. I don't think I've ever done this one. Okay, 8 g6. What would that accomplish? I don't like that one. C5. That's the one we were just talking about. Bishop C4. Oh, that's an interesting move. Bishop C4. I don't know if you see my screen here. Follow the hand. Aims the bishop right at the king behind that pawn. Unfortunately, she's got a queen and a knight on it, and I've only got a queen. It's attacked twice and only defended once. I cannot do that. That is not a viable move. F6 is starting to look more and more like the move. Bishop takes G2. I'm still looking at bishop takes G2, but I don't like opening up this file so much. You know, bishop takes G2 could be prerequisited by queen B8. So that's still boy, this is the long. This video is going to be an hour long. Let me see. But why would I go through the trouble of putting the queen and the rook all the way up on the F4 rank and then coming back with the queen? Let's go through them real quick. All right, queen B8, C5. I still don't like C5. Bishop C4. Where's bishop C4? Bishop C4. No, I don't like bishop C4. Bishop B4. I did like bishop B4, but not so much. Bishop takes G2 still on the board. F4. F4 is still on the board. I like that F4. F6. I did like F6, didn't I? But I said I was closing off the queen, but that's okay. So it's between F4 and F6 so far. I'm doing this fast. Bishop G5. Oh, Bishop G5 is up there. Oh, why didn't I must be daydreaming. Yes, I like Bishop G5. Attack the queen. We'll go with it. Incorrect. It was F4. I just said that. I just said F4 was a good move. Oh, God. All right. Now. Is there a trade happening here? All right. Do I want to trade? It would be queen takes C3. Or do I move queen A3? Do I want my queen all the way back there? Trapped? No. Queen B5. Drop it down one. Rook B8. Dare her to take it. F3. Maybe. I'll just still end up trading bishops. F takes G3. I'd rather do that. Rook 8 g5. Get rid of that pawn, huh? Wow. So is it trade queens or threaten her pawn? Well, you can't take the pawn with her queen sitting there. But then again, there's enough protection on it. Rook 8 g5. Oh, for crying out loud. F takes g3. Damn it. Ooh, I'm getting a lot wrong on this one. Okay. I'm not going to look at the list again. Do I trade? And that is up there. But Queen A3 is first. I'm going to go down the list. I'm going to look at the list. Queen A3. No, I still don't like Queen A3. Although, potentially it could take that pawn, but I'm sure she'll protect it. Queen B5. It puts it on the diagonal where the rook is and the knight. Queen B8 brings it all the way back, threatening the pawn. Maybe because maybe that's when the second move after that maybe is the rook G5. All right, so let's look at Queen B8. Queen takes C3 is the trade. Bishop C4. Don't like it because she's just going to take it. Bishop E4. Oh, wait. No. No, Bishop C4? Right. No, that's Bishop C4. Bishop C4 is the white square bishop. Why would I go Bishop C4? It looks kind of silly. Just give away my bishop? Yeah, that would be retarded. All right, Bishop E4 is this way, threatening the rook. I like that move because all right, so I like Queen B8 and Bishop E4. The only thing attacking it is her bishop. I've got the queen, the bishop, and the rook protecting it. I mean, the queen and the rook protecting it, excuse me. So, what did I say? E4. Bishop E4 is a viable move. Queen B8 and Bishop E4. Of course, this always takes G2. Rook 8, G5 again. H5. And Rook 4, G5. That's another viable move. Alright, so rook 4 to g5, threatening that pawn. Rook 8, g5, threatening that same pawn. But I don't want to move the rook out of the back rank, so I would say this one would be a better one. Bishop, threatening the rook is a good move, but it also opens up this rank. Not a good idea. And then there's always the trade. Ay, 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 ay. There was the queen b8. Queen, yeah, because if this rook would be in trouble if she moves her pawn up, and even if I moved it here, she moves a pawn up, I'd be in trouble. And it's another reason why not to move the g, because then the rook will be caught behind its own other rook. So queen b8 sounds to me like the prerequisite move for all of that. Do I trade though, once and for all? Let's go. Incorrect. H5. All of that babbling on, and it was H5 all the time. Man, oh man, I do not understand this one. Oops. Sorry about that. You weren't supposed to see that. Okay, so traded queens. C takes d5. Oh, she took my bishop. That window popped up just as that happened. So I either got to take back or trade queens right now. And there's only three choices. Queen takes c3, which is a trade. C takes d5, or E takes d5. If I don't trade queens, she takes my pawn. I have to trade queens. It has to be done. See, this is what's going to happen. Well, no, that's not true either, is it? All right. Well, what's going to happen is if I take the bishop with the c pawn, she has an open file here, even though I'm still got the rook back there. If I take it with the d pawn, I isolate this pawn, and she just takes this pawn for free. So the better way to do this is to finally, once and for all, trade the queens, because if I take her queen and she takes a pawn, then she's foolish, because I'm just gonna take more pieces. So I'm gonna go with queen takes c3. Oh my god, no way. The correct answer is c takes d5. Who is this guy? God, all that theory, all that talk I was saying, I was sounding like I knew what I was talking about. And it was the wrong answer. Alright, now she's threatening to take that pawn. So if it were me and I didn't want her to take that pawn, I'm thinking about moving rook g7, rook 8 g7. Is that up there? Yes, it is. That's what I'd be thinking about doing. Then there's always f5. That's no good. Rook f8. That's, well, it's viable. It protects the pawn. Alright, so rook 8 g7 and rook f8 are both good moves. Actually, no. Rook 8 g7 is not that great because then she could put me in check with her queen. So rook f8 I think I like better to protect that pawn. King g7 and h4. Well, you know, h4 is actually a good move, but we have to do something about this pawn first. So and what about trading queens? It may be time. It may be time to trade queens. Maybe not, though. Maybe not. Rook f8. Watch it be queen takes c3. Oh my god, king g7. Why would you want to close off your rooks? Man. I see a couple candidate moves without looking at the list. I'm thinking bishop d8, threaten the queen. Yeah, something's got to be done. But no, the bishop is being protected by the queen. Okay, that's not a problem then. We'll keep it that way. I think it's time for h4. Is it up there? It's on the bottom of the list. Top of the list is bishop d8, which is what I just mentioned. I guess I have... No, bishop d8 is not a good move. Bishop d8 would get me checkmated soon. It would expose this pawn, and she's got this rook there. A better move would be, if I'm going to move a rook, yeah, rook h8. Well, is there rook f8 there? Yeah. Oh no, king f8 is there. Why would I move king f8? That's ridiculous. Is rook h8 there? No, is rook f8 there? I mean, rook e8. Is that up there? Yes, it is up there. This is tough. This is tough. Yeah, king f8 seems like suicide. I'm going to go rook e8. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's right. I'm stupid. The queen is protecting the bishop. I said that already. Oh, I must be getting tired. h4. Damn it. I better pay more attention here. Queen e4. H takes g3. H3 check. Rook h8. I like rook h8. Preparing for check. King h8. King h6. No. Rook h8. H takes g3. Well, I was thinking of that too, but yeah, okay. Now, now the king has to move out of the way of the other rook. So king h8 will be the next idea. Queen e4. Queen e4 is a good move too because it prepares the pin, so that when we go to take this pawn and put him in check. So Queen e4 is a viable move. Rook d4. Why? Why would I move rook d4? Maybe offering the trade. So king h8. I'm going to go with king h8 because I want to prepare that. Ooh, queen e4. Okay. I had the right idea. I said it would prepare the pin. Alright, what would I do from here? Would I still move the king h8? Alright, just d4, which I do like. There's queen e2 check, which I also like. Rook takes g3 check. I'm just giving away a rook now. King f8. King h8. I'm going to go with the king h8 again. Nope. Queen e2 check. Son of a beach nut sugarless gum. I'm getting every one of these wrong. Minus a couple. Okay, so it's got to be... I don't want to move the king to f8. It's got to be king h8. No, it could be. It could easily be... yeah. I'm going to go with king h8. I don't care what everything else says. You gotta be kidding me. Rook g5? Jesus Christ. I'm getting everything wrong on this one. Bonus questions. What does black threaten to play for his 13th move? Well, doesn't he threaten to play bishop takes a2? Oh, duh. I forgot about that. The queen threat, yeah. I should have done that one. I'm getting that one wrong too. That one I should have gotten. Why does black refrain from 13 bishop takes a2? Give white's 14th move. I'm thinking rook over here. Oh no, actually trap the bishop. Because b3 traps the bishop. Very good. The poisoned pawn. How does black answer 14 b3? Give black's next move. I don't know. What do you think, people? I don't know. How about this? Incorrect. Oh, just push the pawn? Alright, whatever. I'm getting tired, folks. I'm sorry. After 14, f5, 15, knight c3, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. How does black stand? Okay or not okay? Well, it's a little loose and messy, but I'm gonna have to say okay. What can she do right now? I'm gonna say okay. Oh my god, white is not... Oh, white! Oh shit, I screwed that question up. Folks, it's going on 4 o'clock in the morning here. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little loony here. It was supposed to be asking me if white is okay. Okay. White is not okay. I must read this one correct this time. How should white continue? Give her next move. How about infiltrate with the knight and then bring it over here in the next move? Get this. Oops. Oh, really? Take the pawn and sacrifice the knight? Okay, whatever. How does white deal with the pawn sacrifice? F5, F4. Give white's next move. Oh, didn't I think this the question was the same move that we were playing? Did she take the bishop? No, she didn't. Okay. All right. Sleepy time, Patrick. How does white answer 22? Bishop takes d4. Give the next move. How does white answer 22? Bishop takes d4. Give his next move. No, it was her, not his. Well, wouldn't they take with the rook? A3. Folks, this video is going to be long and tiresome. I am so sorry. What is white's reply to 25 bishop takes g2? Give the next move. So this was the question we were playing the whole time. I kept saying, I got to take that bishop, I got to take that bishop, I got to take that bishop. And I never did. So what would be, just take back, no? Oh, excuse me, just take back, isn't it? I don't know any other thing to do except just take back. After f6 bishop moves, white takes c pawn 27. Less effective is e takes f6 with the restores the harmony of black team. Throughout the processing, black tries to keep the bishop d5, securing safely c6 pawn and sealing off. I don't know what this is saying. White's rooks cannot penetrate. Okay. The move 28 h3 attacks the g4 rook. What should black do about it? Give his next move. All right, is there some really cool trick here or what? Really? Just take the rook? Oh boy. That's why I'm not a grandmaster, because I don't know how to do things like that. Okay. How should black play? Bonus question number 10. Rook fd1. How should black play? Well, isn't this the position that we were actually in? Didn't she move queen e2? Really? Okay. Conclusion. The selection of the steady burn variation in French D takes e4 is intended to throw a damper on white's attacking ambitions, but the follow-up captures g takes f6 instead is a more solid. I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to let you read this. You can pause the video and read it. I'm too tired to read this whole thing. Okay, let me scroll up again. Leave it on the screen for a few seconds. You can pause it. Okay, then you can pause it. Then and you can pause it. All right. So next topic for the next one. Let's see how we did. By the way. We scored 33 out of a possible 100. So I told you, no matter how many you get wrong, as long as you don't make stupid mistakes. But the truth is that the last puzzle we did, we were way up. I was way up there. I was way up in the Class A. This time I'm down in the Class C, 14 to 1600. 1400 to 1599, which is I'm probably about a 1400 anyway. But this one threw me for a loop. I did not know at all anything that was going on in this particular puzzle. Well, anyway, I hope it wasn't too boring. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Comments, questions. Questions. I don't know. Comments. Let me know how you did, and if you can play the video. If you can figure out how many you got right, you can ask me. You can ask me what the score would have been if you got that many right, or you could just look at that. You could pause the screen on that and see the score for yourself. But please subscribe, comment, and thanks for watching. And find the off button.